The firearms industry generated $90 billion in economic impact in 2023 and added an estimated 3.9 million new gun owners in 2024. By every measure, this is a massive growing industry. And yet, most gun stores fail. Not some, most. Hey there, I'm Ron with TacticalPay, and today we're walking you through the 5 biggest reasons gun stores don't make it, and what the ones that survive are doing differently. Every one of these is avoidable if you see it coming. Let's start with the revenue mix, because most gun stores get this wrong from day one. The margin on a new firearm typically runs between 10 and 15%. Subtract rent, insurance, payroll, and inventory carrying costs, and suddenly there's not much left. The stores that survive, well, they shift the mix. According to Shooting Industry magazine, accessories can carry margins up to 50%. Gunsmithing services can bring in $50 to $100 an hour. Used gun sales consistently outperform new gun margins too. You're turning inventory and earning margin while tying up zero of your own cash. It's one of the best ways to build sales volume without the inventory risk. Now, some of the most resilient stores go even further. Firearms and hunting, firearms and fishing, firearms and outdoor gear. A complementary product line with its own demand curve helps really smooth out the valleys. And we'll come back to that in reason 3. Revenue mix is only half the picture. The other half is what happens to the cash. High upfront inventory costs, slow turning stock, uneven demand. These combine to create dangerous cash crunches, especially for owners in year 1 or 2 without a reserve to fall back on. According to U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics data, roughly 82% of failed businesses cite cash flow as a major contributing factor. About 50% of all small businesses don't make it past year 5. Firearms retail adds layers of risk on top of that. So what's the fix? Build a cash reserve before you open. Know your inventory turns cold, and lean into low cash outlay revenue streams, consignment and services, especially in the early years. Now, even with the right revenue mix and healthy cash flow, there's a third reason gun stores fail that most new owners never fully reckon with. The market itself runs in cycles. And if you build for the peaks, the valleys will break you. Firearms demand has always been tied to the broader environment. Elections, economic conditions, cultural moments. When those shift, demand shifts with them. The pandemic years drove a historic surge. Then the market contracted. That's not unusual, it's the pattern. According to NSSF, adjusted background check data, retail firearm sales fell 3.5% in 2024 to approximately 15.2 million units. Q4, historically the strongest quarter, was down 5.9%. Then there's Shooting Industry magazine's 2025 industry report, citing point of sales data from over 2,000 independent dealers, shows retail unit sales down another 9.6% in Q1 of 2025. Revenue was down 11.5%. This is exactly why diversifying your revenue mix matters so much. Lean operations, multiple revenue streams, enough of a cushion to stay open when the market pulls back. Build for the valley, not the peak. Even if you nail reasons 1 through 3, you can still lose customers you never knew you had. Because reason 4, weak marketing execution. This industry attracts passionate, knowledgeable people. That's a real strength on the floor. But passion for the product doesn't automatically put customers in the door, or in front of your listings, or at your table. Every sales channel has its own marketing logic. A brick and mortar shop needs local visibility, such as a clean website, a strong Google business profile, and real customer reviews. That's what shows up when someone searches gun store near me on their phone, which is how a huge percentage of new customers find a local business today. Now, online marketplaces are a different game. Your profile, your product presentation, your pricing, your seller reputation, These determine whether buyers find you and trust you. The dealers who invest in that execution consistently outperform the ones who just list and hope. And if you do gun shows, that's its own playbook. How you present, how you follow up, how you turn a table conversation into a lasting customer relationship. The failure isn't always bad marketing. Often it's mismatched marketing or no marketing plan at all for the channel you're actually selling through. And then there's the reason gun stores fail that most business advisors will never warn you about. And we come to reason 5, traps that are unique to this industry. Listen, banks terminate relationships with firearms businesses, sometimes without warning. Payment processors do exactly the same. Finding out mid-transaction that your processor wasn't actually firearms friendly is a very costly lesson. And compliance failures can be just as damaging. Even paperwork errors can cost you your license. According to the ATF, 157 FFL licenses were revoked following inspections in fiscal year 2023, nearly double the 88 revoked the year before. These risks have almost no parallel in other retail categories. They won't show up in a standard business plan template. Now, on the payment side, this is exactly the problem TacticalPay was built to solve. Mainstream processors don't want firearms businesses. Working with one that's purpose-built for this industry removes that risk entirely. So that's 5 reasons most gun stores fail. Some are universal small business mistakes. Some are unique to this industry. All of them are avoidable. The stores that make it go in with open eyes, and they build the right infrastructure around them from day one. Okay, for more tips just like these, make sure you're subscribed. And to learn more about how TacticalPay helps firearms businesses grow, from payment processing to point of sale, visit us at TacticalPay.com.